Hello cruisers, Trent here, and today I welcome you to cruise along with me. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about making YouTube videos as you work on a cruise ship. What made me really think of this video idea was the other day, as you know, my last weekly update. I'll link that below, or not even a weekly update, that was like a month update because I abandoned all of you all for a bit, but I'm back, you know I'm back. But I recorded it and I was able to upload the video in about 9-10 minutes, and it really made me remember how much easier it is to be a YouTuber at home compared to being on the cruise ship. Making YouTube videos on a cruise ship, it's challenging. First off, you're working all these crazy hours, your schedule's changing every once in a while, so you try to have this upload schedule. And I try to do 3 times a week, as all of you know, but then something may change, I may be going on an excursion, I may be working in the morning when I thought I was going to have the morning off, stuff like that kind of gets bumps in the road. And then when I'm finally done with work, what makes it such a challenge is the internet. The video I uploaded on Sunday, my update video, that again, link in below, if I was uploading that on the cruise ship, it would take me about an hour and an hour and a half, just because, first off, crew members, we don't get free Wi-Fi. And I'm not going to be paying for cruise ship Wi-Fi because it's very, very expensive. I would be shocked to see if any cruise ship YouTuber actually pays for their Wi-Fi just because it's so expensive. Maybe Lucy does, with cruising with crew, just because she has a crazy amount of subscribers and she's probably making a pretty good amount of income from YouTube. But I'm not making any income and I cannot afford to ship Wi-Fi. And even if I could, if you've ever been on a cruise before, you know how awful that Wi-Fi is. So what I usually do is I go to the top deck and open up my phone, turn in my hotspot, and just use my hotspot to upload the videos. And if I'm in port, that is usually amazing. It takes me about 45 minutes to an hour if I'm in port because I have 5Gs. But then let's say I'm at sea. When you're at sea, you do not barely have any cellular service. I remember some Saturdays after we left Honolulu, I'd be sitting on the top deck because I'd get done with work at around 8:39 p.m. and I know I was promised a video that day, so I'd go up to that deck and try to upload a video. I'd have one bar. It'd be usually raining, and I'd just be sitting under the little staircase outside, holding my phone outside just to get a connection and watching it go up 1% every 5 minutes. And I'd sometimes be out there for 3 hours just because the connection was that slow. Now, honestly, for a lot of videos, you can pre-schedule them. So, if you have really good connection, you can schedule a few videos. But a few of my videos, they can't be pre-scheduled, like the updates. I want it to be the end of the week. I want to be able to have the most content, the most things that are done. And I want to be able to give you an honest update, not something that I filmed 2 days before. That's not truly an update of my time on the ship. And now you're probably asking yourself, well, why can't you just, when you get off the ship, can't you go to Starbucks? Can't you go to some place with free Wi-Fi? Well, yes, you can, but usually so many people are using that Wi-Fi that is extremely, extremely slow. There is a place in Kona, a little coffee shop that has free Wi-Fi, and I went there, I was uploading a video, and it was honestly slower than my phone's hotspot. It was faster for me to stand outside using my phone's hotspot than it was to just go in and use the Wi-Fi there, because a lot of these businesses, they don't want people sitting around on their laptops all day, so they'll slow down their Wi-Fi on purpose just so people are not going in there and doing what I'm trying to do and using that service. There's a few Starbucks around where I found that I can upload videos, but still, compared to having a good Wi-Fi signal, it would still take me an hour at a time and sometimes 2 hours. And then you mix that with editing your video, your limited free time, because you have to be back to the ship at a certain time. Of course, you're only on break for a few hours here and there. Well, you're spending half of that break just trying to upload it. And then the editing happens, which editing you usually do not need internet for. Usually I'd be doing my editing in my room at night, or right after the video I'll be just in my room editing. But then you need a connection again if you want to download songs, stuff like that, to your laptop to upload on your video. So the process takes a lot of time. There are certain positions on the ship that I honestly think it would be almost impossible to be a YouTuber, just because you'd be working so many hours at a time. You don't really get any breaks. And when you do have a break, it'd be at night. Some people work 12 hours a day constantly. Again, I was one of the lucky jobs, But if I worked 12 hours and then I couldn't get up, I wouldn't be able to get off the ship to film any videos, then I would, if I could somehow film a video in my room and find an interesting topic, then I'd have to edit the video, which, you know, some of these videos are very quick on editing, like this one today will probably take me 10, 20 minutes to edit this. But then I'd have to go to the top deck, get that signal, and I would never be able to upload a video. It would just take way too much time, it would take way too long, and I would not have a good enough connection or really a solid enough schedule that would even make that possible. So that is really something to keep in mind. And then next, a lot of people, you see these YouTubers that show the inside of the ship, they show you these things. And when I was going on my ship, I was being like, okay, cool, let me show you that stuff. Like my Piney Point videos, I thought I was gonna be able to make a lot of videos similar to those, where I show you the hallways of the ship and stuff like that. Well, Piney Point, I found out I shouldn't even made those videos. I could get in trouble for those videos. I didn't. Those videos are amazing. I'm sure you all love them. I'll link the first Piney Point video down below. But when you see these YouTubers that show off their working areas, that show them kind of actually working in their offices, they got their company's permission to make those videos. Anything that they make is basically being controlled by the company as an advertisement to make themselves look very good. So if a YouTuber is going around showing off their ship all the time, keep in mind HR is watching every one of those videos and they're pre-approving those videos. So they're not being 100% open and honest. They're not going to tell you that their cruise line is awful. They're not going to tell you that they have a terrible boss because HR won't approve them, then they'd lose that perk. So they're basically working for the company, they're YouTubing for the company. Lucy, when she worked for Virgin, you always saw her kind of working in the shops. She got Virgin's permission to post those videos. I don't want my YouTube channel controlled by Norwegian Cruise Lines. So that's why you didn't really ever see those kind of content from me. And I'm going to try to sneak some stuff in, but it's just not something that I can do constant enough that would make it worthwhile, or it's worth risking my job over. So that's another really big thing about being a YouTuber and making YouTube videos on a cruise ship. If you think that you're going to go in and be able to film all this stuff like I did, you can't. So finding content that's actually interesting and engaging is very, very difficult. So that's kind of the main difficulties about being a YouTuber on a cruise ship, about making YouTube videos on a cruise ship. I don't know what I'm going to call this video, but if my videos ever came out late, if I ever missed a video, that is really why. Just because it's so stressful. You're working so many hours. You sometimes have no connection whatsoever. You cannot find that Wi-Fi signal. There are so many problems that can pop up that really make having a constant schedule hard, which I think I did a pretty okay job at having that constant schedule. I know I missed videos here and there. I had some gaps. But again, I think I did as well as I could have with what I had at the time, with the content that I had. I want to come out with more engaging topics, and I'm trying to think of new video ideas for the future. But yeah, that's what it's like making YouTube videos on a cruise ship. Those are some of the challenges that you face, some of the ropes you have to jump. Is that a phrase? Ropes you have to jump? I'm going to say that's a phrase. Ropes you have to jump. It's not always a cruise-tastic experience. But, you know, that's that for this video, folks, cruisers, friends, enemies, whatever you are. Now I want you to like, I want you to comment, I want you to subscribe. Please subscribe to this video. We're doing really good on subscribers. Now in the comments, I want you to ask questions if you have any about being a YouTuber on a cruise ship, filming videos on a cruise ship, anything like that. If I was not clear, let me know. I'm not always clear. As you can see, I'm in Hawaii close today. I'm missing Hawaii a little bit, so I wanted to be here. But folks, have an amazing day. I will cruise with you again next time.
Please subscribe to my channel. It will make me feel really special.